Hello guys, welcome back to the crew, calling all units. Excuse me for my voice because I still have my cold here. But I decided, seeing I don't have much footage of this new qualifier from last year, I decided to do a first look and scores video like in the old days. So the tracks, the cars, it's all repetitive. It's somewhere May, June last year that we did this thing. We will start with the jump, I guess. You need a crew here. I didn't have one at the time. It's I think it's jump skill number 38 or something. A drag car, of course. I'm driving here on wheel settings, but I'm not so sure that I need to do that. But if you jump left, then you get this. If you hit the ramp on the left side, best record 0 points. So that's not an option. So we go again. Somewhere from that corner, I guess. Sort of put yourself down there. Jumped left again, but this time it's somehow counted. $44,300 points, event rank 26th. What can you do with the crew? I'm assuming 50, 60,000. See a few people with 50,000 there, so I'm guessing that's crew work. But I didn't have a crew anymore at that time. The other skill test. Slalom. Sport. Manual. Bring down the sensitivity and the speed factor to about 80%. 70 I think I brought it this time. And controller type wheel. Although I play with the keyboard, explained that many times. It's sorta, these are sorta drift settings. Third gear, and the main issue is not to heat up the tire, so you have to play around with the throttle. And don't start just in front of the starting gate, because then you will have way more traffic. If you start from a bit further, then the system doesn't seem to immediately know that you are doing this test. And what also helps, of course, is that I'm doing this during nighttime in game. That's already less traffic. Is this a good score? I have no idea. When most of the events, about 200 players ranked. Yeah, not really references around yet. So first place here, as you will see in many events. But like I said, not that many players have set the scores yet. Which leaves it with one skill test, which is a scramble test, and I've been messing around with that thing at 4097, the Raptor monster spec, and that didn't really work like it should. So, the good old trick: bring the car down to 1299 and put it full acceleration. That is also what people were wondering last time, how I got the world record there, because I improved my old world record on in the previous one of the previous qualifiers. I think I posted the link from the old world record, 7,400 points or something, and I got 7,600, doing exactly the same. Put the car at 1299 acceleration. Although in this test, speed bonus might work as well. But more and more I'm doubting that 1497 level. It gives cars a bit more acceleration, but also a bit more grip and braking, which in my opinion slows the cars down. So I can do around, I don't know, 240 or something. And why the Raptor? Because that is the monster spec with the highest top speed. But if you put it at 1497, it can do 246 or 47 kilometers, but you sort of get stuck here in the fields. And that's why I put it on acceleration. Then it keeps pulling up. Oh, that was a bit wobbling. That's gonna cost me. Oh yeah. Especially if you hit trees. And why is it gonna cost you? Because, well, everybody should be able to get to the last gates. Because at that there is a certain point there will be no more gates. So it's not only getting to the last gate, it's getting there as fast as possible. And here we go again. And this is a world record run, so it is first place again. Here we go, the last straight, and then there are no more gates here. Pretty simple. So everybody is going to score 6,150, 6,160, 6,170. So there's a good chance that this will be broken. But at this point, first place with a world record score. And the second place is 6,157. Just a bit slower, I guess, but he also will have made the last gate. Okay, that's for the skill tests. It's called Freakshow, and yeah, the rest of the events are kind of Freakshow, because the tracks are ridiculously full of traffic. It's raining, it's crap, it's Crew Time Attack, Brand Time Attack is basically it's the same track, but going in reverse order. So let's start with the Brand Time Attack. That can definitely be improved. Again here. Can I mute that a bit? Yeah. I will mute the sound a bit because we were babbling about on TeamSpeak. Here I got lucky that I got a little touch from that traffic car there, because this is one of the critical points. You need to get through that S corner in the beginning. So the best time to do this is when it's night time in free drive. Then you will have less traffic in this thing. Coming out of that corner, there will always be a car or something, and it will take the exits. I knew that, but I couldn't avoid the van anyway. Was kind of an okay corner. That's sort of what you have to do with this thing. So the wall bump, but it's so many traffic, you're hitting everything. The second critical point after the S corner in the beginning is this tunnel thing. Slightly braking and then aiming for that wall there. Came out of it pretty wide now. Sliding through this corner and then yeah. Here you have to go right normally, but there wasn't an option with the bus being there, so I had to go left. But eventually I made a finish to put in this first look and scores video. But I'm pretty sure I can do a time in the 140s here. Also here crew work is gonna benefit. But at the time it was good enough for second place. So then doing a 148, that is kind of a reference time wise. Although I'm pretty sure that's also a solo run. I think a low 140 if you can get it together with a crew. Speaking of a crew time attack. We did a couple of runs here with Paraglider Core and Wallerster. Ja, this was wel maar. But they left kind of early, not really motivated for this thing anymore, so just me and Wallerster left here at the moment. We're using the Raptor here because I think can wall ride, or should I say could wall ride, because on this track not so really that good. It flies up and down and
oh shit.
dat is een beetje hevig, maar ja, kan ook wel werken.
Kijken op die tonnetjes.
Je ziet nog altijd groen dus. There are certain corners that you can take without wall riding. And here if you go full throttle into the wall here, that's a bad option. You need to brake here to make the wall ride happen, because otherwise you are on top of the wall every time. There's like a roster in the road there.
Ik heb geremd en ik ben erover gevlogen.
Wat ik zeggen. Dat wordt hier alleen maar beter. 145 green and then here at the end you always get a bunch of traffic. Lost half a second there. One corner. And we finish sort of where we start the brand time attack. Like I said, it's the reverse track. Ja, hier 49 iets, maar ik had beter zijn. Ik had anderhalf groen en ik pak die bocht daar en draai daar ineens 3-4 rotas voor mij. En dan moest ik daar rond en volgende checkpoint was 1 groen. Het was eigenlijk maar 1 bocht.
Ja, hier op het einde echt waar, ze gooien hier...
Ja, ze gooien er.
Gewoon vol met verkeer.
Alles wat ze nog hebben gooien ze neer. $149.5, which at the time was good enough for first place, but also here I'm pretty sure times will be improved here. If you can get it together with 2 people or so, with slipstreaming towards the end, I'm assuming 145 or even lower will be possible. The speed trap. Not even sure that this is the best car, but I went to see my video from last year and we used the Raptor here. It's not the highest on top speed from the utility cars, but it has a pretty good power ratio and acceleration, and that makes it kind of work. BMW X6, the Cadillac Escalade are faster, but well, the Escalade can barely take a corner with that thing, and acceleration wise it's not that good either. And seeing top speed doesn't matter that much here on this Sacramento track. Only on the first camera it kinda matters. BMW X6 can do 433, I believe, the Escalade 432 or something. But that we tested that on the Bonneville behind the drag car, so which is something you will never achieve here, getting that same speed. So the slipstream and ghost at the same time here, getting 416 kilometers an hour. It's kind of bumpy and this car doesn't really like the bumps. The next one is a tricky one, because you need to get through traffic here, and usually in the corner itself there is also traffic. But this time it was kinda okay, so I could get some slipstream here. 350. You can get 360 there, I think. 360, 365. We ignored 2. We finished with 2, so we just ignore it. Go through it, but... $374. And now here we just start, but you can drive to the right here into the river. That will reset the car back on track with a full nitro bar. Because it doesn't load in time, so you have sort of, what do you have, 75% of the nitro now. 346, not even that bad. But also here you can get 360, 370 if you have a full nitro bar. Might need a full team with 3 people in front of you to get a little bit more draft. And here you need to go out of the corner and heat the nitro, whatever you have left. 357. And surprise, surprise, it's good enough for first place again. Which is kinda normal. We played this in the first 2 hours of the qualifier, so... Also here, first place. That's the speed trap. Monster Arena. Limited to 5 of your monster specs. And no Skyline, no 370Z, no Challenger. Which is a bit of a problem. So I'm guessing the best options here are either the Raptor or the Cherokee. The Raptor is good for skill tests, but Monster Arena itself, no. Then I prefer the Cherokee. Because it's pretty stable on the landings. Oh, missed the last 500 there. Too much speed. Other than that, it sort of goes kinda smooth. Here I got all 4 of them, that's 5,000 instead of 3,500. If everything goes right, you have about 20,000 points here at this moment. Simple backflip, you can do a double Misty there if you want. And then at this point the game starts to screw me. Straight through the 1,000 points, it does not count. Which is of course a bit of a problem. That's 1,500 instead of 4,500. Oh, and here I had to pull out a few tricks out of my leaf, only good though. But seeing it was early stage, I kept the run going. I can score more than 70,000 points in this arena, but which will not be the case this time. Normally I have about 53, 54,000 when I arrive here. Now I get 46,000. and then it totally goes wrong. Going up again here, and the system screws me again. Doing exactly the same thing here. Normally I jump through here, I go down, and then I do a double misty through in the half pipe. But yeah, I have to go around this time because the thing didn't count. Got it now. That's at least one of them. But with all that you lose time, of course, and yeah. Normally you go down a bit further and then you go left here, do a double misty through the 1000 in the half pipe, and then you score over 70. Now I had to come up with something, yeah, that completely failed. But I decided to put it in the first look and scores, because like I said, it was early days. And also this one was good enough for first place. And we go to the drift. I started up on the summit square for the simple reason that people sometimes ask what are you driving. Well, manual, bring down the sensitivity to about 80%, speed factor of about 80%, change the auto detect to wheel, and off you go. Sort of like with the drag car on the slalom, sort of the same settings. Mazda RX-7 or something small I think is needed here, because this track is, yeah, a real freak show track, I guess. It's narrow. I was already in second place overall and I still need to do the drift. But yeah, there is a jump in one of the events, so then you already know that some cheaters will show up. They can't do much about the scramble because at the end the gate is there and then it's gone. So it's a pretty twisty track. It's dark. Half the time you don't see where you're going. It's full of walls, which means you have to have quite some luck. Especially if you play like me with keyboard and wheel settings, that's all good, but on a track like this, no. This is definitely a track in favorite of the wheel drivers. They can get smoother through these corners. Teammate of mine, we did a practice here and he already had 508,000 or something in practice. And the guys with the keyboard and a pad, yeah, we had trouble getting to 400,000. I'm going second gear all the way. You can go third gear, but that makes it even harder to control the car on this narrow track. And even in second gear, as you can see, you can score over 400,000. And was not even that far away from first place. Third in this event. And of course, seeing I was already second overall, with still this event to do, that also results in a first place overall. It's for the competition we play this, and yeah, some of my teammates, they've lost the motivation, seeing there are new cars and so, but yeah, competition stays the same if you win a new car or not. And so I've been getting involved in these things again starting in February. Third place in the first one, second place in the previous qualifier. And now I'm first overall in this first look and scores, with of course 3 days to go. From this moment on, it's have a look what others do and try to defend, try to improve where needed, and so on, to get or at least try to get your top 5 spot at the end in the overall. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.